Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? I am so happy right now to be back. It is officially the return of the Virtual Fortress podcast. I'm excited to be here again. It's been a while since I've done an episode. The last episode I did was probably in the beginning of June. It is now October. And, I took a little hiatus, just to enjoy the summer. Don't get me wrong. Of course, y'all know I was gaming out there. So, but, just to relax, kick back, enjoy the summer and just chill. But I did miss podcasting a lot. So I'm glad that I'm back doing this again. I'm really excited. I got a lot of shit to talk about. Well, a couple things I want to talk about. First off, it is season 2 of the Virtual Fortress. And so what I want to get into is something that I'm really excited about and something that I actually just picked up yesterday was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade 1-Up. Now, I just want to say this shit is fucking crazy right now. It is crazy out now in the gaming world. So initially what I wanted to do was wait on it. Like, I didn't even know I was going to get one. I told myself, it runs for $400, first off. It's not even supposed to be out until November 22nd. It is October, beginning of October right now, and I have one. And I'll show you why, and I'll tell you why. So, basically what happened was, I was scrolling through my Instagram, and I follow a lot of gaming people as well. And I see people, like, posting videos and pictures of them, like, in Walmart with this thing in their shopping cart and stuff. And I'm like, how the fuck did they get that? Like, how did they get one? Like, I thought it was supposed to come out later. Like, I wasn't even planning on getting one. I wanted one so bad, but, there was things that held me back from getting it. It's like, number one, I have no room. I had absolutely no room in my game room. No room. I didn't know where I was going to put this thing, so I kind of like fell back on it. Number two, like, did I really want to spend that much money? Did I want to spend $400? I think it's worth it, but I didn't know if that's how much dough I want to drop on it. So I'm seeing people scrolling. I'm scrolling on Instagram. I'm seeing people posting stuff, and I'm like, yo, where are these people getting this? Like I said before, and like Walmart are putting these things out on the floor. I had no idea. Walmart's putting these things all on the floor. They are not supposed to be out until around Black Friday. So I told myself, let me just call my local Walmart. I don't really care if I get one or not. I don't really, if they say, nah, we don't have it, I'm not even going to be upset like I was for the Mortal Kombat version. So, I call, and mind you, there's a Walmart out in Hanover that was 25% off the whole store because they're actually closing down. They're closing the store. So I was like, hey, maybe I can pick one up there and get like a discount a little bit, save some bread. So I called that Walmart first, and they're like, oh, we have the Marvel Superheroes one. Now the Marvel Superheroes Arcade 1-Up is fucking dope as well. I want that one too, but I wanted the Ninja Turtles one more. Now the Marvel Superheroes 1-Up Arcade 1-Up comes with Marvel Superheroes, X-Men Children of the Atom, and The Punisher. It's fresh, and it comes with a riser as well. So I would love to pick that up someday, but not right now. But they said they had that one, and I was like, okay. All right, thanks for your help, appreciate it. All right, so then I called the closest Walmart to me, which is in Saugus, and I called them, and they didn't even fucking pick up their fucking, the electronics didn't even pick up. They just kept ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. So I'm like, fuck it. Whatever. So I was like, let me just call one more Walmart, that's kind of close to me. It's in Lynn. It's not a far drive. It's about probably a 15-minute drive. I call them, and a lady in electronics picks up, and I'm just like, hey, do you have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade 1-Up? And she was like, yep. She kind of like cut me off, like, yep, we have it. And I was like, wait, you have it? She's like, yep, we have it. We have 3 of them. And I was like, are you sure? And I told her, because I've had this issue before where I've hiked all the way an hour away to pick up one of these things, the Mortal Kombat one to be specific, and they were like, oh, we thought we had it. Sorry, I thought we had it. I felt like we had it. It says in our system, but we don't have it. Like, I've had that issue before, which I was fucking pissed off. But she was like, no, we haven't. She's like, I saw it earlier. It came in shipment actually yesterday. So we have only 3. And I was like, are you sure? She was like, yes, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's $400, right? And I was like, yes. She's like, yes, we have 3. I was like, all right, thank you very much for your help. So I thought to myself, I'm not trying to have this shit happen to me where they say they have it and then they don't have it. So I called them back literally like 5 minutes later. And I was like, are you sure you have this shit? I was like, can you hold it for me? You know, I'm driving there right now. She was like, it's in the back. It's not even on the floor. So you should be good. I'm like, all right, thanks. So I hung up and I fucking bolted. I bolted and hauled ass all the way to fucking to that Walmart. And I walked in the store. And excuse me, wow. I go to the electronics. I run straight to the electronics. And I see a woman at the register. And I'm like, word, this is probably her. So I go to the register and I'm like, hey, yeah, I called about like, 45 minutes ago about the Ninja Turtles Arcade 1-Up. And she's like, oh, it turns out she didn't even work there. She's like, I don't work here. I just, how the people have their like side kiosks for like the phone companies and stuff like that. She was one of those chicks. And I was like, shit, fuck. I'm like, all right. But there was nobody else in electronics but her at the time. So I was like, damn, what the fuck am I going to do? And I'm getting anxious now. So I go around where the computer and printer shit is, and there's a guy there. He's an employee, and he's helping some fucking lady, some old lady, she's trying to pick out some old ass printer that's probably not even gonna fucking work. And I'm like, oh my god. And she's asking him millions and millions of questions, and I'm just fucking standing there like tapping my foot like, oh my god, hurry up, oh my goodness, hurry up. And the dude was like, I'll be right there with you, no problem. I'm like, all right, no problem, cool. So she's talking. Then finally, she finishes, and then I'm like, yo, do you have the Ninja Turtles Arcade 1-Up? And like, it turns out like he was new. He just started working there, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. But he was a cool dude. He was a cool ass dude for real. Like, I think his name was Mitch. Shout out to Mitch if he ever hears this, but he really helped me out. So he was just like, oh, I'm the only one on the floor right now. The person you talk to, she's actually in the bathroom. And I'm like, great. Just fucking great. Like, for real. Like, I'm trying to get this thing. I'm getting anxious. I don't want, millions and millions of people to storm into. I don't even know how hot this thing is. I know it's going to be a hot commodity, but I didn't know how hot it was going to be. So I'm like, and there's only 3 of them. So I'm like, I need to get this right now. I'm not trying to fight people. So he's like, oh, she's in the bathroom. I'm like, great. So I'm waiting. He comes back and he's like, oh, you know what? Let me help you out. I'm going to actually go look for her. I'm like, yo, appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. So he leaves probably for like a good 5 to 7 minutes. She comes walking out and she looks at me and she goes, Ninja Turtles, right? I'm like, yeah, that's me. She already knew who I was. She's like, all right, cool. She leaves. And now she's taking fucking forever. I'm waiting. I'm getting fucking anxious. I'm getting nervous because I'm like, yo, I hope to God that she doesn't come back and say, oh, we actually don't have it. There was an error in the system, or we're not allowed to put these out on the floor until November or anything like that. I was like nervous. So I'm like, fuck, I'm waiting. And like, she's taking fucking forever, yo. The longest fucking 10 to 15 minutes of my life. She finally comes out, and it was, I swear to God, it was literally like slow motion. It was like, and she walks out. She walks it out on like this cart, and it's like in slow motion, and I'm like, hallelujah. Yo, and I'm like, yo, they fucking had it. And I'm like looking around, hoping nobody sees me with this shit. And she brings me to the register, and she fucking, she cashes me out, $399.99, and I fucking dip. And the dude's like, yo, it's funny how, and even the chick was like, yo, it's funny, like, people have been calling about this shit like crazy, calling like every single day for this shit. And I'm like, really? She was like, yeah, people have been calling like crazy trying to get this shit. Like, you're lucky that you got this. Because I only called once. I was just like, hey, you got this? Yeah, okay, I'm coming to get it. I didn't have to like go through a fucking hassle like I did last time with the Mortal Kombat version of it. I didn't have to go through that. I just called and they had it, and I didn't even really want it that bad, but like I wanted it, but I didn't want it that bad. But I actually got one. So she tells Mitch to help me bring it to the car, load that shit in. I make sure we fucking get a blanket, throw that shit on top of it so nobody could break into the car and steal it. And hey, that's the story. This shit is crazy. It's in my game room right now. I'm watching it as we speak. It's fucking amazing. It's smaller than I actually thought, but it's a great size. I thought it was gonna be huge. Like, it was fucking heavy as fuck though. It felt like 80 pounds. It was like that. Like, I had my cousin and I were like fucking struggling bringing it in and stuff. It was really heavy because the other arcade cabinets I could actually pick it up myself, but this one was pretty heavy. Now the problem with that is, like, when we finally got it into the crib, we were like, my cousin usually helps me set these up. So I have the Street Fighter one. If people don't know, I have the Mortal Kombat one, and now I have the Ninja Turtles one. The Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter one took me and my cousin about, I want to say, maybe like an hour. It wasn't that bad. And I always see people on fucking YouTube put these things together. Like,
yes, it took me about just about 30 minutes to put it together. It was pretty simple. It's easy. It's durable. It's very, very good to put together. I had all the tools. It was very easy.
I'm like, oh, but yo, that's bullshit, because it's like, this shit fucking literally took my cousin and I like 3 hours to fucking put together. It's fucking tedious as fuck. Like, the screws won't go in correctly. You gotta fucking drill it as hard as you can. You gotta fucking do this, and the holes don't match up with the wood and stuff. Like, it's crazy. And then there's, on top of that, we have to put together the riser too. Like, literally, we started at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we did not finish till like 7. And after that, I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna go get a beer, because this is fucking crazy. It was crazy. Like, but it was worth the time. I think it's a great investment. These shits are fucking not even supposed to be out yet. I didn't even know that. Like, I heard they were coming out in October and blah, blah, blah. Like, I heard that like months ago, like in June. Like, I would do research on these things, and like I heard like, oh yeah, it's coming out in October or November, but I didn't really know. That was June. But now it's fucking October, and people are looking for these shits like crazy. Like, the people at Walmart even said, like, this crazy lady kept calling them and just asking for it every single day, and they were like, and that at that time they didn't even have it. They were like, yo, the guy was even like, oh, I don't even know what the hell the arcade 1-up is. I didn't even know these things existed. But shit, I did. But I got one, and I've been playing this shit like all morning. It is fucking smooth. The only thing I don't like about it, and I really don't mind it, but a lot of people have been complaining about it, is that the intro music to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1989 version, it's actually like somebody re-recorded it or something like that. I guess they didn't have the rights to the original song from the 89 version, but it's like somebody went to the studio and did it themselves again. But that's not, I don't care. I mean, it's nostalgia. I don't really give a fuck. And also, the thing that I like about it is that Michelangelo's joystick is actually yellow instead of orange. Now, it was never orange. The 1989 version was always yellow. People never really knew why, but it's yellow, and they kept the nostalgia and they left it yellow. They could have made a new one and made it orange, but it's actually yellow, and I love the nostalgia about that. They kept it back in the 80s, so that's a fucking another cool fact about that. Moving on, the next thing I actually want to talk about is actually something that I'm a little late on. It's something that I did over the summer, and I actually finally got a chance to purchase a PlayStation Classic. I know people are like, so it came out like last December. Honestly, like, I really didn't have any interest in it. The games were kind of a little bit of a disappointment. I'm holding it in my hand right now as we speak. They have, like, Intelligent Cube, Metal Gear Solid, Mr. Driller, Tekken 3, Cypher Filter, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, Twisted Metal. There's a couple of good titles there, like Metal Gear Solid obviously will be a classic, in Twisted Metal and Tekken 3. But I there was nothing about it that really drew my attention until I was looking on YouTube, and I'm like, how could I mod this thing? Could I do this myself? And I guess there was this. A lot of people are doing this actually. Is that there's this thing called I believe it's called Auto Bleem, and basically what it is, it's a USB stick that is preloaded with like, I don't even know. I got mine on eBay for like $35, and it's preloaded with 120 games for original PlayStation, and like the good titles too. I'm talking about like Bloody Roar 2. They got Bushido Blade, X-Men vs Street Fighter, like any like crazy shit like that. Tekken 1, Tekken 2, Tekken 3, like NFL, but like all those games, like they have so many games on there like that I've been looking for, that I'm amped that I got it. I had to pick it up, and so now I'm constantly, all summer I've been playing this PlayStation Classic all summer. I helped my cousin beat Crash. I've been playing Marvel vs. Capcom, the PlayStation version. I've been playing a lot of what have I been playing? Rival Schools. I've been playing a lot of Rival Schools. It's a great expensive Capcom title. It's a fucking dope ass fighter. I love that game. I was playing that game like almost every day in the summertime, and like I never really got a chance to play it because it was always, every store I went to, like it was always fucking like almost $100. Like damn, I'm like, what's so fucking great about this game? But then like I got it now, modded into my PlayStation Classic, so I'm happy to own that title. I've been playing a lot of Strider 2. I actually beat both of them the same day. Fun as shit. I love Strider. Strider's my shit, yo. That's just a couple of titles that I've been playing. But I want to actually get into this store that I've been going to for years. It's a comic book slash action figure slash, Pokemon cards, shit like that type of store. It's called Kamikaze. It's in Davis Square in Somerville. This store is so ill. It's got so many rare comic books and action figures. And the reason I bring this up is because it's actually leading me into another story of one of my recent pickups of what I just actually got a few weeks ago. So I've been going to the store for years, and literally every single time I walk into the store, I look at this thing when I go into the store. And I always look at this thing right before I leave, and I'm always like, damn, I really want that. I really, really want that. That would look so cool in the Virtual Fortress. But I never knew how much it was. I always assumed that it was expensive and that I couldn't afford it, or it was just like too overpriced. But so every time I would shop there or, grab some action figures or something like that, I would look up, and there's like a shelf on the way up. It's like near the ceiling. And I look up every single time I go to the store for years, and I always see this fucking dope ass Carnage mask. This mask is sick. It's so detailed. It's got the tongue sticking out and all this shit. It's fucking Carnage is the shit. And I always wanted it. And like for years, I just always passed up on it. Like, I don't even think I've asked an employee that worked there like how much it was in all these years that I've been going there. And like, I don't know. I guess I was always scared to see how much it was. So literally, I want to say 2 weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago, I go into the store and, I grab a couple of, I grab a X-Men Wolverine figure, which is dope. X-Men Weapon X figure, to be exact. I grabbed that the week before, and then this week, that I walk into the store, I look up. I'm literally about to leave. I look up and I'm like, damn, once again, I fucking want that shit. I want it. And I was like, you know what? I got brave. I guess I got brave. Something told me, ask. Ask how much it is. Ask. And whatever they tell you, get it. So like I pull the woman aside that works there and I'm like, hey, can you tell me how much that Carnage mask up there is? She's like, sure, no problem. She grabs like this big ass she grabs like this stick, or I think she actually grabbed another guy to do it. He gets up there, and no, she goes, oh, I think it's probably like $70-$80, and I was like, oh, that's it? I was like, oh, I literally thought it was like $200-$300. I really thought it. It's like so detailed. I really thought it was, and I didn't even know you could actually put it on. Like it's an actual mask. I didn't know it was a mask. I thought it was just like a standee type of thing. So she tells me I think it's $70-$80. I'm not sure. I'm like, okay, I'll find out for you. Cool. So she goes and then she pulls it down and it's like $85. And I'm like, oh shit. I mean, that's not that bad. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, what the fuck are you doing with your money, Jay? I mean, like, you're saving your money for what? You got to treat yourself sometimes, you know? You know? But, so I'm like, something inside me says, Jordan, get it. Get it. Something says, nah, don't get it. But I'm like, I'll take it. It's like something came out of my body. I was hovering over myself, watching myself say, I'll take it. And she was like, sure, no problem. So she rings it up. It was like $85, put it in a bag, and like I felt good about it. I didn't feel like, damn, what the fuck did I just do? What did I just buy? Like, Jordan, you're so stupid. Why did you do that? I was like, I feel good about this. I feel good. So the only reason why I kind of worry when I buy these things, like, you know, the arcade one-ups or things like that, is like I buy it without having a plan for it. I buy it like, where am I going to put this shit? But I always think to myself, I'll worry about that later. But that's the number one worry I have. I don't worry about like, oh no, I'm going to be broke. Oh no, like, you know, money, you know, I'm not saying, oh, money's not an issue for me. But what I'm saying is like, you know, I'll be okay, you know. But my main issue, what I worry about is, where am I going to put these things? And in the moment when I buy them, I'm like, I'll take it. I want that. I want that. I want this. I want that. Knowing like on the drive home, I'm like, oh, fuck. Where am I going to put this shit? So anyways, so I take it home and I'm like, yo, this shit is sick. This shit is sick. I'm looking at it in the car the whole way home. I'm like, this is sick. I'm glad I got this. And then I get to my fucking front door and I fucking realize I don't even know where to put this. Damn, I don't have a spot. I don't have a certain area, nothing dusted away for this specific item that I have purchased. So I'm like, damn. Then I started getting upset, like, fuck. So I was like, whatever. So then I'm thinking, and when I'm thinking, like, accidentally, I'm like, damn, I'll just set it here while I think. I'll set it here. And I set it on top of my arcade cabinet, both of them, the Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter ones. I put it like right in the middle between them, on top of them, and I'm like, I'll put it here. And then I think I left and I went to the bathroom or something, and I came back and I walked in and I was like, oh shit, that shit's fucking fire right there. So I put that shit there, actually accidentally, and found a spot for it. So I was like, so it's here in the Virtual Fortress, and it's I think it's a perfect spot. I mean, some people might look at it and might be like, nah, you should put it somewhere else or get a glass case or some shit like that for it. But nah, I think it's right at home where it is. I think it pops out, and I think it brings a lot of I'm not gonna say great energy because that shit looks terrifying, but it makes the Virtual Fortress pop out more, and obviously it's nostalgic. It's Carnage. I mean, what can you say about Carnage that already hasn't been said? But I'm gonna stop it right here for now. I'm so glad to be back doing this. I'm so glad to be chatting with you guys out there in the podcast land, and yeah, just be ready for me to come full throttle with gaming memories and more guests to come as well. Stay safe out there. Pick up the controller whenever you get a chance, and keep gaming on.